Okay, programming exercise 7-7. This is a modification of a previous program we had, which was called Hurricane.
I'm here.
And this program will classify the hurricanes into 5 categories. We did that probably in chapter 4, where we were using chapter 5, where we were using loops. And this program will use loop 2, but now the section that will determine if hurricanes category 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, it will be in a specific model. So basically say create a modified version named HurricaneModularized that passes a user's input, which will be the wind speed, to a method that returns the hurricane category. So let's see that program. And here we have the program, and basically let's see main first. Like we had previously, we have main that is going to call our method that will determine the category. So here is get category. Actually, I will call this display category or determine category, or a verb like that will be more exact to what it's doing. And this method is actually getting the wind as an integer, and is returning an integer which will be a value, say one of these values, which are the categories, which they are posted in arrays. And then these arrays determines category 5, 4, 3, 2 to 1. So basically anything, this is a parallel array, anything that goes 74 miles or more will be category 1. Actually, we have to start from here, otherwise 157 or more will be category 5, 130 or more it will be category 4. That's after you have discarded this. And then over 111 category 3, over 96 category 2, over or equal to 74 category 1. So the program main, like in the previous one, prompted to enter the wind speed for the hurricane, and that was converted to integer by using the class convert and the method to integer, and that is stored in the variable wind. So now we are going to call get category with that value wind, and whatever get category returns will be stored in category. Okay, so let's see. The method get category initializes category to 0 first. That's the first value. If this is not a hurricane, the category will stay in 0. So then we have 2 arrays, one that represents the wind limits and another one that represents the categories of hurricanes. So here we have that, for example, a for loop that goes from 0 to wind limits dot length. So that means that we are basically going from 0, and the length of wind limits is obviously 5, so it will go through the whole values of wind limits. Okay, and what are we doing? Well, we're basically comparing the value of wind limits position with wind. So for example, let's say somebody enters 75. So this 75 at the beginning, this is 0, and then 0 is position 157. So since this is 75 and x being 0 points to 157, this statement is not going to be true. Okay, so that means that none of these statements will be executed. So we go to the next position, which is 1. Now is win limits 1, which is pointed to 130, compares with 75. 75 is not greater than or equal to, so nothing of this will be executed. And it will continue until we reach the value of x equal 4, which will be this position, which is x4, which is this position, and then it will compare. So win limits position 4, which is 74. Is 75 greater than or equal to 74? Yeah. So in that case, it will say, okay, the category is whatever categories x is. So now this is where the parallel arrays are working on our favor, because x is pointing to this position, which is 4, and categories position 4 is this one. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we say, oh, this is a category 1 in that specific case. So that applies to category, and then see that we're basically going to return category back to main. Okay, so and also we take categories length and then return that value to x, but we are returning category. So in this case, we'll say category 1. Notice that if you say a speed like 65, this statement here will never be true, because all the values that is comparing to is 157 to 74, which none of them it will be less than the 65. So these statements will never be executed, and it will return category, the initial value of category, which was 0. So now when we get here, if category is equal 0, this is not a hurricane. Else, this is a category, and then here we will display whatever is the value of the variable category. Okay, so so that's basically the explanation of this exercise.